sometime in June. But yeah, I'm due.
This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. So the Wizards will get the first possession. Holiday with the ball. Pass to Tatum. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the score by Washington. Now Martin. Pass to Stevenson. Back to Martin. Just 5 to shoot. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Here's Lopez. Ooh, he hits the difficult fadeaway jumper.
Nice touch on the jumper for Lopez. This guy is so skilled shooting from the mid-range. Love it.
Jackson on the wing. Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. We played just over a minute here in the first. McDaniels with the rebound. And Washington with possession. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez.
Oh, the long arms of Brook Lopez effortlessly sends that back.
5 to shoot. And Holiday powers it home.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive, no question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Picked up by Tatum. The three. Lopez can't hit. Here's Washington now. Doris, you look at the tools McDaniels has on defense. He can be special.
He can. There's incredible length, the reach, the strength. McDaniels very much able to be a shutdown defender against the best offensive players in the game. Well, you see SGA and the strides he's making as a playmaker. This guy is so good, on point with his reads.
Tatum way outside. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chipping.
That one rocked this arena.
That's the kind of dunk right there that makes you think he's going to rip down the rim. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers. We discussed just how difficult Jason Tatum is to guard and what he wants his team to do against him. And coach told me he's a very talented and polished player. I told our guys to stay in front of him, don't fall for the pump fakes, play smart and under control. It's easier said than done, but we'll see if they're up to the task. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Jason Tatum. Tatum gets the bucket.
Jason Tatum's jumper is just so pure. This guy is on point with the midi right now.
Outside Stevenson. Lopez, the screen. Out of bounds. It'll be Washington's ball.
Checking in for the Wizards, number 7.
And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Lively. Three-pointer, Holiday. And it's Martin with the rebound. The Bucks trail. Here's Lopez. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. The Wizards making a switch here. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
That's his first personal foul.
And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
BA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well.
This is why you let Lively go to work inside. Such an exceptional athlete.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Lively grabs a miss. And it's Wizards ball. And that one is hammered home.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And that one's good. Gordon's got 6.
Well, the rise and fire from Aaron Gordon in the mid-range, it's almost unguardable at this point.
And it's Tatum missing.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
They get it back. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander nails it from beyond the arc.
We have that high-value 3. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander says, I'll take that one.
Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Did you see that? That was one of the best moves I've ever seen.
Picture-perfect execution. He was focused and refused to be denied. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's given them steady production at over 27 points a game.
Substitution for your Bucks, Alfred Schengen.
1:27 left in the first. Now Holiday. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Tatum on the take. And that's his 4th bucket of the game in 7 attempts.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
Back to Tatum. Pass to Lively. The kick to Tatum. The 3 is up. Hey, now 5 for 8. Shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
That's Tatum's.
Why these niggas let you draft Tatum again, bro? Gotta take him at that point, yeah. Yeah, man.
Size and high release point. He's able to get that 3-point shot off against virtually anybody.
Here's Roy. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Roy's got 5 now.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Pass to Roy. Over Sharp. Misses off the right iron.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for Washington. His finger. Fingerprints were all over that quarter. 13 points, leading the charge. More NBA on 2K Sports. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Washington.
Well, we've seen them take advantage of the lanes given to them so far. The defense isn't plugging it up, and it's being exploited.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is. Sharp. Jams it in off the great move.
And this guy has some bounce. Always fun seeing Sharp hammer at home.
Pass to Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. Here's Whitmore.
An impressive athlete. This rookie Whitmore loves getting inside and hammering it home.
Here's Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
Well, easy to see why Aaron Gordon has been in multiple dunk contests. The arsenal, the creativity, limitless.
Outside McDaniels. Pass to Whitmore.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Sharp. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Well, you could see how Şengün read that play and was where he needed to be to get the block.
Here's Rozier. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And it's Washington with the ball. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, B.A. The Bucks know they are a high-level team. They want to dominate the competition on another level.
The first free throw is good. When you look back at the history of the league, Doris, no position has evolved more than the center.
You know, B.A., that's a tremendous point, because you look at some of the best players in the league, they occupy the 5 spot. They're asked to do so much. Defensively, protect the rim. Be able to switch out and guard smaller players on the perimeter. Now you're being asked to be able to make shots from 3. I mean, the big man's got a lot of responsibility in today's game.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. From 13, Roy can't get it to go. The Wizards with a lead. Sharp with it, and Lopez picks him up. Oh, that's something else,
I mean, just
man.
Beautiful. Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. And the shot goes in.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, Gilgeous-Alexander turning on the Jets.
Well, Gilgeous-Alexander has length, has anticipation, makes a defensive play and turns it into offense.
Sharp goes in.
Just knifing his way to the rim.
He looked practically unstoppable on that play. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Here's Marshall to the wing on the left. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA working through contact inside.
Boy, delicate touch on that floater by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's pretty.
Here's Holiday. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Out to the wing. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Outside Sharp. Back to Daniels. From the arc. Got a piece of it.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA showing off the athleticism there.
This guy is such an explosive athlete. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander goes straight to the cup.
Outside McDaniels. And as it goes out of bounds, Washington able to keep possession.
You see his active hands knocking that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Outside Sharp. Shot clock at 6. Back to Daniels. Tipped away. Gordon with a steal. And the Bucks pushing it up now. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. It's rebounded by Washington. And Doris, no doubt about it. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Washington shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. That's good from Holiday.
It's no coincidence, guys, that wherever Jrue Holiday has gone, the team gets better, and it's about the way he leads by example.
And the Wizards call time here. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Here's Tatum. He's got 13. On the wing, Whitmore. Lets it go from deep. Washington again can't hit. And Gordon has got the ball here for Milwaukee. They trail by 1. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, "It sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling." Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you.
Yeah, the evolution of Tatum as a passer is evident. This guy more committed than ever to making the right play.
Milwaukee, no good that time either. Wizards leading by 3. Tatum on the drive. Jackson for 3. Here's Tatum. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Well, Jason Tatum forces that defender with the up fake to get off his feet, and he does a tremendous job drawing contact.
You know, it's easy to focus on Jason Tatum scoring. But Doris, he's excellent in a number of areas.
Brian, he's a high-level rebounder. He now knows how to keep his teammates involved. He's competitive on the defensive end and willing to absorb a big-time assignment. He has got a complete game.
Here's Roy. That one drops. 3 for 6 now.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Outside Whitmore. And it's blocked by Martin. Pass to Stevenson. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Şengün. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
You gotta love how Şengün attacks on the interior.
Here's Anthony. And there's the drive. And Anthony slams it in.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
Roy. Lively grabs a miss. 3 seconds left. Okay! Tatum punching it home.
You look at what he's doing here, and it's hard to imagine him playing much better.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's Washington. They lead by 4. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Bucks trail by 4. Here's Roy. Down low. And Şengün throw it.
Great finish by Şengün. I love when he goes up with power.
Outside Holiday.
Milwaukee foul. Third personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Tatum looking it over. Jackson outside. Clock at 6. The kick to Tatum. Over Gordon. And it's Tatum missing.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
Oh, picked up his 4th foul. Maybe have to scale back his aggressiveness with plenty of time left in this one.
And the Bucks making a change here. Outside Holiday. Jackson outside. Pass to Holiday. And here's Tatum. 16 points for him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Doris, it seems like every year Tatum's name is right atop the MVP ballot.
To me, Brian, it speaks not only to his talent, but also his consistency and the work ethic. The game is important to him. He's versatile. He's clutch. He's everything you want in a star player. What impresses me about Jason Tatum are his work habits, his commitment in the offseason to adding something else to his arsenal. We know he can play high-level basketball on both ends. The sky is the limit.
Pass to Stevenson. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. That shot is off. Excellent D there from Lively. Tatum with it. Checked by Gordon. Tatum drills the three.
When you allow Jason Tatum to build momentum offensively, it can be a scary night.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Right side Stevenson. Rebound by the Wizards. The drive by Holiday. And they pick up 2. And it's a 9-point Washington lead.
Just incredible focus from the veteran guard. Drew Holiday, no stranger to scoring against a big-time contest.
Driving inside. Pass to Clowney. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
How about the defense from Holiday? Reading the play and using his defensive instincts to swat it back.
Outside Stevenson. Pass to Bagley. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Covered by Lively. They need this. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, this guy is an absolute force of nature on the offensive end. SGA, I don't know what the defense is going to do with you.
Lopez with the steal. They've got numbers. The second effort. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 13. 4 on the clock. And Gordon with the big finish.
Wow, how about the burst? Aaron Gordon off the floor so fast. Don't sleep on him, gentlemen. You're going to look silly.
They get it back. Back to Sharp. On the wing, Holiday. On the wing, Tatum. He's got 21. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. Tatum's got 23.
That is the exceptional versatility that Jason Tatum shows, and it's every night, guys.
Pass to Stevenson. With the floater. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Wizards leading by 9. On the wing, Holiday. Back to Tatum. And here's Sharp. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Now, Jason Tatum has become an extraordinary passer. This guy knows the attention he draws, just gets his teammates involved.
Pass to Stevenson. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Lopez, the screen. Puts it up from 12. Rebound by the Wizards.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
Snatched up. Outside Sharp. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Lopez. And Gordon has got the ball here for Milwaukee. 11-point game. Pass to Lopez. And another miss by Milwaukee. And Washington with possession. They're on a 13-4 run to the middle. Outside Holiday. This one for 3. The offensive rebound. The kick to Tatum. And there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Gordon. That's foul number 2 for him. Now a timeout called by Washington. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Outside Whitmore. The steal. Rozier with it. The layup off target. And Washington with possession. They're on a 13-4 run. Oh, big finish!
Oh, did you see that?
Oh, such an impressive athlete. Mr. McDaniels sent it in.
Pass to Marshall. Back to Rozier. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First personal foul.
Jaden McDaniels picks one up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Well, if you don't overthink it, what Cam Thomas does on offense is very impressive at his age, Doris.
I think, B.A., what you love about Cam Thomas is he is fearless. He doesn't concern himself with efficiency. His mindset is, I'm going to score, and if I've missed the last 10, it doesn't matter. This next one's going in.
6 to shoot. Here's Whitmore. And he goes in for the dunk.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Milwaukee shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. And he knocks down the first one. So he gets them both. Now a timeout called by Washington. Washington with possession. They're on a 17-7 run. Now Whitmore. 12 points for him. Fires the three. No luck on that one. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. That one doesn't drop. And so it's Washington now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such...
58.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Washington leading by 12. Here's Anthony. And Anthony slams it in.
This guy is so creative with such an excellent handle. Nice drive by Cole Anthony.
Here's Roy. Yes, it's good.
Well, we know he's got a lot of tools in the toolbox, but the finger roll might be the sweetest of them all.
And there. The whistle. That'll go on Terry Rozier. That's his first foul. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
Outside Whitmore. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Brown. Outside Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. Williams from long range. The rebound by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The Bucks trail by 12. Martin outside. And stolen by Williams. Outside Holiday. Left side Whitmore. Inside McDaniels. No stopping him there. Jams it in and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. That one on Şengün. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Washington.
The fearlessness they've shown going strong inside has been impressive. The defense hasn't been very effective against them.
And another theme in this game to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Pass to Şengün. Here's Roy. Fires from deep. Missed it there. He's 4 for 9 now. It's Sharp with the drive. And he jams it home with authority.
The burst. Man, Sharp can go from 0 to 100 in the blink of an eye.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Here's Martin. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, B.A.
Yeah, wanting to club.
Look out below!
Yes, slashing toward the hoop. Whitmore not hesitating when he sees an opportunity.
He shoots it. Here's Şengün. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy.
Good things come to those who hustle. He creates the second chance opportunity.
Here's Sharp. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. Sharp's got 4 points in the quarter.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
So both teams making some changes here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls.
Gilgeous-Alexander becoming more and more reliable as a jump shooter. With everything else in his game, look out.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Launches a three. The rebound by the Wizards.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Here's Tatum. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, you like the level of aggression right there from Jason Tatum. Committed to scoring on the interior and draws the contact.
If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Pass to Tatum. From downtown, he buries it from 3. Tatum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Challenging this D with the 3 ball. That's his second from distance this half. And he also hit 1 in the first half, too.
They grab their own miss. Martin misses.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Fires for 3. Offensive rebound. Outside Tatum. Rebounded by Lopez.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Gordon can't hit.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
Gordon with a steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Bucks. It's stolen by Lively. Holiday with the ball. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Here's Tatum. And finished off by Tatum.
Jason Tatum.
Oh, how easy it is to get off your feet. How about the spring from Jason Tatum?
A minute 53 left in the fourth quarter. Tries it from 19. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Washington Wizards. Pass to Holiday. For three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum.
Yeah, by most standards, Drew Holiday is very selective with his three-point shooting, but boy, he can knock it down.
Here's Roy. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Fades and shoots. It's rebounded by Washington.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Yeah, I think he's letting his emotions get the better of him on that foul.
On the wing, Tatum. There's the triple. And again, it's Washington with a three.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Wizards.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next two times these squads meet.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Jason Tatum.
Well, unselfish basketball. His ability to create for others has been the story of this game.
Back to Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Good on the bucket.
He is too good a mid-range shooter to leave him that open.
And here's Tatum.
Good game, man. Got to take whoopings and strong.
So we see the Wizards taking the W here. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like